recording. There we are. Thank you. So now at this time, we ask you to please mute your mics for the best sound experience. Otherwise, feedback could interfere with the information we'll be sharing with you today. So without further ado, here is Ms. Savetchuka. Let me go ahead and load her PowerPoint for her.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here today. Welcome to a new year. And my name is Savetchuka. I teach Math 1314. And I'm going to go ahead and let Mr. Isasi introduce himself. And if Ruben is here, you can also introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Abel Isasi, and I teach math at Trans Mountain. And I'm glad to be here and assist the event in any way that I can. Thank you.
Awesome. And let me see if Mr. Carizales is here. He's not here. So
yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, Ruben. I didn't see you up there. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ruben Carrizales. I teach mathematics currently online, but mostly my main campus is at the Rio Grande. Welcome.
Thank you, Ruben. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We are excited to be able to host this session for you. A lot of you are here today because you saw this advertisement from your instructors, and you will be using Webassign and Mymathlab to do all your coursework. And so we wanted to give you a head start and just talk a little bit about what these two softwares are. And so the first part of this we'll be talking about Webassign, and then the second part we'll be talking about Mymathlab. And so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hand, and then we'll call on you. Okay, so who is using Webassign and who's using Mymathlab? These are the courses that use Webassign on the left-hand side. And so if you're currently enrolled in any of these courses, then you will be especially looking at the Webassign slides that I have. And if you are enrolled in any of the courses on the right side, those all use Mymathlab. Okay. Now, the good thing about our partners for Cengage and Pearson is that they will be hosting student hours. And so if you find yourself having any trouble registering for your class, or you have any questions about the cost or the product, or what might, any questions regarding the software, you can log into these sessions and they will be happy to help you. So for the Webassign student hours, they have 4 sessions. One was today, and then the rest would be Thursday, Friday, and then there's a second Thursday in there. And then for Mymathlab, they will be available on Friday from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. And you can just join by clicking on their, or take a quick picture of the slide, and then you can just log in to Zoom and then with the Pearson as well. So I'll give you a second to take a picture of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide. So we'll start with Webassign. So Webassign is basically the homework tool that some of your instructors will be using. And there's really 2 ways to register for Webassign. One way is by going to webassign.com, and it's going to ask you for a class key. And that class key is provided by your instructor. So that is the first way. The second way is the way I have my classes set up is that within the Blackboard course, your instructor has linked their course to Webassign. And so in the Blackboard course, they have created a link in there that you need to press. And once you press that link, you're not going to be asked for a class key. So just be aware of the 2 differences. So here, I'm going to show you the slides in case most of our instructors are going to be giving a class key. Okay, so once you have your class key, then you're going to click on class key, and it's going to ask you to enter your email or password if you already have an account. If you don't have an account, then you can create a new account by clicking here at the bottom right. Okay, once you click and have created an account, then you're going to see this picture. And so what you want to do is you can click on enroll yourself, and then it's going to ask you for the class key again. Okay. Once you enter the class key, then it's going to ask you for to register an access code. So let me talk about the access code. The access code is actually, you can purchase it online with a credit card, or you can buy it at our EPDC bookstore. If you buy a new textbook at our bookstore, it's going to include the access code. I do want to give you a little small warning. Sometimes you see other students who are selling their textbooks. Make sure that if you're going to buy a used textbook, make sure that it includes the access code and that the access code has not been opened. Because if that access code was used by a previous student, then it's not going to work for your class. So the access code, if you buy it online, will cost you about $100, and it does have the ebook. So you do get 14 days for free. So you can always look at the ebook to see if that's something that you feel comfortable with, or you can make the decision that maybe you need an actual physical textbook. So if you bought the new textbook, then you would click on register an access code, because that means that you have a card and you're going to enter an access code. If you didn't buy the textbook, then you're going to need to pay for it online, which I'll walk you through those steps here. Okay, so right below, let me go back. Right below this picture, you're going to see the options to purchase an access code. So there's two purchases here. Let me explain both. The one on the left side says Cengage Unlimited, and this is $119.99. The one on the right side is $100. So what is the difference? So they list everything here that comes with Cengage Unlimited, and then they list just one thing on the right side. The one on the right side that costs $100, that's going to give you really what you need for your math course. It's going to let you do homework, and it's going to give you the ebook. Okay, and that's all you get for $100. Now the one on the right side gives you a whole bunch of other stuff. Now the thing that is good about the one on the left side is if you're taking, let's say that you're taking a math class, you're taking a computer science class, and a business class, for example. Well, let's say that your instructor for your business class is using a Cengage textbook. And let's say that your computer science instructor is also using a Cengage textbook. If you buy the $119.99, then that's going to include their textbooks as well. But their textbooks have to be a Cengage textbook. And so the benefit of this one is that you would have access to all of those textbooks. And then the next few slides will also give you an idea what comes with this $119. Okay. So here, if we look at this, if you don't want to pay for your access code at that moment, it's okay. You do have between 7 to 14 days for our long semester right now. You'll have 14 days. And so you can just click on open the course, and then you can pay later. Okay. And if Ruben and Mr. Isasi, if there's a question in the chat, please let me know, okay, if it comes in. The second, okay, so let's say now you're in your account. I'm going to explain what all of this stuff here means. So on the left-hand side, you'll see a tab that says courses. If you click on courses, then it will list your courses that you have a Cengage product for. So if you only bought the $100 one, it's only going to have the math course. If you bought the $119 and have 3 other courses, it'll list all of those there. At any time, you can click on this right in the middle of the page where it says purchase access code. You can click there to buy your access code. You want to make sure that you buy it before the 14-day runs out. Sometimes students wait till and they don't register because they don't have the money to buy it at that moment. But please register as soon as you can, because you can still do the homeworks for free until the 14th day. So let me tell you what these symbols mean here. If you want to change your password or add another email, you just click on the down arrow by your name, and it's going to let you change your password or to add another email in case you forget your email that you registered for. It's like a recovery email. Courses, that will list all your courses that you're enrolled in. And then they have a rental options. Let's say that you bought the $100 code, but you feel like I need an actual physical book. Then what you can do is click on here and you can rent a book, which is going to be a little bit cheaper. Okay.
Okay, then we have 2 questions in the chat, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So Analicia Gonzalez is asking, what code? Can you go over the code that the instructors give them?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture. Ms. Gonzalez, I'll show you a picture of what the access code looks like, or the class key.
Okay.
That the instructor is going to give you in a second.
Thank you. And then there's another one too, by Mario Huerca. He's asking, when he buys the $100 ebook, does it come with the access code?
Yeah, if you purchase on, let me go over here. It'll come with the access for the homework as well. If you purchase the $100 book with the homework, let me go back. If you purchase this option. So just make sure it's the homework and ebook that you select.
Thank you. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're the following 3 slides are things that you get if you purchase the 119 as well. Okay, so if you click on here, like I mentioned earlier, if you get the Cengage Unlimited, then it's going to include a lot of different textbooks. You can get them for any of these subjects, and it also provides you with study tools for your other courses. So there's like study guides and stuff like that. So the reason it says that it's going to end, have you already paid for it? So like for me, it says that it ends 2/2/21 because I'm still on a trial date. So like I haven't paid for it. So it's giving me 14 days before I can, before I have to pay for it. Okay, the 119, okay, we can look at it in a second. The 119 price also gives you these college success tips, and it comes with that 119 purchase. And here, you know, if you are interested in test taking, time management, all of these will come with that. And now, once you're in your actual course, there are some options for you. Once you have your course, you're in the actual course. If you prefer, you can also change the language to Spanish by clicking on this little globe thing. Once you change it to Spanish, if that's what you prefer, then you'll see here that everything that is from Webassign would change to Spanish language. Okay, all the assignments from your instructor will still be the way they labeled them, but everything else becomes a Spanish language or Spanish written. Okay, or you can leave it in English, of course. Excuse me. The little envelope here, if you click on that, you'll be able to turn on some email notifications. And I really encourage students to use this because number one, for example, you can check all of these out or just a few, but sometimes your instructor might change a due date. So if you have this checked, it will send you a notification telling you that the due date was changed. Or if your instructor replies to your message, it will tell you that they replied. And then you can also send yourself a reminder when the due dates are approaching. So if you want to be reminded 24 hours when something is due, then the system will automatically send you an email to remind you that you have some assignments coming up. So this is a nice way for you to just be reminded of some of these assignments and due dates. Okay, if you click on your ebooks, this is what's going to appear. You're going to have your ebook listed. And then what I wanted to mention here below this picture, the ebook is really nice. I encourage you all to use it as you go through the semester. When you click on answer here, for example, it will give you the answer for this example. And then it also has the video already inside of the actual textbook. So you can go through the section and watch the videos as you go through this section. Okay. And then I want to highlight to the left side where it says 1.1 exercises. If you're taking pre-cal 1 or pre-cal 2 or any of the calculus sequences, I encourage you to visit calcchat.com and calcview.com. Maybe Ruben or Mr. Isasu, you guys can put those on the link. But calcchat.com and calcview.com is a resource for students. The CalcView will give you a whole bunch of video solutions for the exercises in the textbook. So these are examples that are worked out step by step in a video. And then the same with the calcchat.com. For communication, if you click on that tab in your course, you'll be able to send a message to your instructor if they have it on. Okay, some instructors have it off. And then grades, this is where you'll get your updated grade. Now, right now, I have an F in this course because I haven't done anything. But I want to highlight this as well because for some of you, if you click on grades, you might not see anything. And all that means is that your instructor has not released the grades yet. And then the other thing is you might see that you're getting hundreds on your assignments, but you still have an F. So it depends on how your instructor has it set up. The instructor might be calculating the average for the whole semester, which would mean that you haven't completed all the assignments, and that's why you still have an F. But some instructors, we put it based on what assignments have been due at that moment. So reach out to your instructor. If you're not understanding what the way the grade is set up, it's good to ask them which way they have it set up. That way you understand what your grade is. So don't panic. In other words, if you don't see this or if it shows an F but you're still getting hundreds, it just might be the setup that the instructor has. For your assignments, if you click on this, you're going to see all your assignments. And you also have your tab that shows your past assignments, or you can click on all assignments. I'm going to go into more details on your assignments. So when you click on the, well, before I do the assignments, on the right side of the page, when you have your assignments, you're going to see something called My Class Insights. If you visit this is really nice because it's going to help you. It's going to target topics that the computer feels you need to study. And so it kind of becomes like a little tutor, kind of. It sees what you're doing in the class, and then it kind of builds something for you. So you can visit this to get extra help. Yes, we will go there in just a few more slides for the Pearson. And then the announcements is important because your instructor might send out announcements. For example, in my class, I always send out step-by-step solutions or worked out problems or any type of announcements. They'll be directly below the class insights. And then the calendar is just a calendar with any due dates that your instructor has assigned for your assignments. And then on the left side or below the My Calendar is just going to be information about your class. Now for your assignments, there's some little icons here that we'll talk about what they mean here in a second. Below your assignments, you're going to see a tab for grades. You can click on that to your grades. And then you're going to see, for some of you, I have to say for some of you, you'll see this resource tab. And in this resource tab, your instructor might have put all the videos for the textbook, and you would find them in here. If you don't see this tab, that means that your instructor has not activated it for the class yet. Okay, so you can reach out to them and just ask them, is there any way you can activate that resource tab? And then the personal study is just another way for you to kind of get a tutorial of the subject. So for example, if you click on 1.1, it gives you a chance to take a practice quiz, and then it gives you a chance to watch a tutorial. So if you feel like you watch your instructor's videos and everything, but you still feel like I need more help, then this would be a nice place to go and watch the tutorials. Okay, now let's talk about what these icons mean. If you see this in one of your assignments, that means that you have to complete this assignment with a certain grade before it lets you open this graded assignment. So notice this assignment is in gray because before it opens, you have to get an 80 on the previous one. Not all instructors use that, but some will have it on their courses. This means that the assignment cannot be opened without a password. So if you see this, then your instructor is going to be providing you a password. The little clock here is means that the assignment is timed. So in this case, you have 50 minutes to do the quiz. And in some instances, you'll see this little lock. If you see this little lock, that means that you have a lockdown browser. The lockdown browser prohibits students from leaving the exam to navigate other websites during the exam. And I encourage you to test your computer to make sure that your lockdown browser is going to work before you take an actual test. Okay, because you might have to download it. Tools within the assignments. Once you open an actual homework, this is section 1.1 homework. You see this tab here, request extension. If your instructor has activated, you might see it here. So let's say you missed the deadline, then you can click on this button and it's going to send your instructor an email or a notification saying that you have requested an extension. Your instructor may allow you to do the assignment or they might not. It's up to them. Some just remove the tab. So it just depends on each instructor for this request extension. But once you click on question 1, you're going to see my notes. You can write notes for yourself. The Ask Your Teacher is really, really good. I love when my students use this feature because when they click on it and they say, Ms. Chuka, I don't understand this example, or this is the answer I got, but it's telling me it's wrong. What the computer does or the system does is it takes a picture of the actual question that you have and your answer, and it sends me a message and it shows me the actual problem that you're working with. And so I can immediately see what question you have and then see what your answer was. And so this is a nice little feature. And then the practice another version is just a chance for you to practice before you actually attempt the one that will be graded. So like if you're not sure if you understood how to do letter C, for example, you can just say practice another version. You try it out, and then if you get it wrong, then that way you can reach out for help, but it doesn't penalize your attempt. And then find when in the actual questions where it says need help, some questions will have these tabs here. Read it and watch it. So read it means that it just opens the textbook, and the watch it would be a video of somebody working out a similar problem to that question. Okay, so we're almost done with the Webassign. So let me go back. In a little bit, we'll be able to ask questions about on any of these. Okay, so let me just go into the Mymathlab really quick. For Mymathlab, you would go to mymathlab.com and you would click on student. For some of you, your instructors might have linked it to Blackboard. And if that's the case, then you should have a tab in Blackboard where you just click on it and it's going to help you register. But if they haven't, if they gave you a course ID, that means that you have to go through these steps right here. So you need 3 things to register for your course. The course ID that your instructor is going to give you, your email address, and then an access code or a credit card to pay for it. The course ID is usually starts with the professor's last name. So for example, it would say Chuka and then followed by 5 numbers. Okay, that's your course ID. Once you enter it, it's going to ask you to either sign in with your Pearson account, or it's going to ask you to create an account. So depending on if you have one or not. And then you'll see the course on the right side. Okay. Then you also have a free temporary access. You'll have 14 days to access before it's asking you to pay for it. And so these are the 3 different situations that you can use. If you bought a textbook from our bookstore, it's going to have an access code. So you would just click on access code and you would enter that number. That number comes, it's unique to whatever, to each person. So this comes with your textbook. Or you might purchase it at EPC bookstore and they'll give you an actual card. You open it and it has the numbers that you would enter. You can pay online, so online for up to 24 months. Yes, that would be all for the Webassign, unless you have questions. For the Pearson, this will be up to 24 months. It'll cost you 104, or you can do in 18 weeks. So why would I want to do 18 weeks versus 24 months? If you're taking a class that is a 2-semester course, for example, or it has 2 parts, Math 1324, and then you have to take Math 1325, those use the same book. And so one semester you take 1324, and then the second semester you take 1325. So paying for the 24 months is going to be cheaper than paying for 2 18-week sessions. Okay, so it just depends on how long, if you need to take another math class after this one. If you don't want to pay for it at that time, then you can just click here and it's going to give you 14 days for free. And once you do that, then you're done. It's going to let you go into the class. And so if you're taking 2 classes right now, you're taking NCBM 0324 and Math 1324. Once you register for one or the other, then once you're in here, you're going to want to click in a course and then enter your other course ID so that you can register for both classes. Now it is important, let me go back, that again you register for one and then come in here and then you can enter the course ID for your second course. You don't have to buy 2 separate access codes. One will work for both courses. Okay. In some classes, the first thing you'll see is a calendar. And so if you see a little message thing here, it just means announcements, that there's some announcements. If you see some circles, that just means that you have some homework due on the 24th. And if you see some boxes that are yellow, then that means that you have a quiz that is due during that time. Okay, the multimedia library is a really good resource. Here you can find PowerPoints, you can find videos, you can find activities, interactive figures. You can find a whole bunch of things that are available for the textbook. And you would just click on the chapter and the section. And then here we have Mymathlab. If you click on study plan, this is going to be a place for you to just get extra practice, kind of like what I showed for Webassign. If you feel like you need more practice on a certain section, then you can click on practice and then on quiz me. Albert?
Yes, Yvette, and as soon as a question, Mario is stating that why does it say access dates on 1/23/21 on my book if I bought the $100 from Webassign? That's his question.
Yeah. Okay, Mr.
Mario Huerca.
Mr. Huerca, I'm not sure, but what I can do is I'll put a link in the chat right now and visit their office hours. Let me go back to the log into this account or this website here. Let me put it back. Tomorrow they're going to be there from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I encourage you to visit this. Go ahead and write this Zoom link and just go in there, and there'll be some Webassign representatives there. Her name is Lisa Goodrich, and she'll be able to help you with that. She'll be able to tell you why it says that it's going to end on the 23rd, and then she'll check your account and make sure everything is okay. And then Ms. Mirales, to register for another class. Let me go really quick. Once you're in your account for Webassign, at the top you'll see enter access code. This is where you would enter your course key for your second class to register for it. So you would click on this and it'll let you register for another class. Okay, let me go back to Mymathlab. Okay, so the study plan was just for you to get extra practice. And then the accessible resource is in case you need, for example, a screen reader or some other accessible resources, you would click on there. And what I like about this option here is you have some skills for success, and these are free. So unlike Cengage where you had to pay 119 to get those, these are actually free in this course. And so these skills for success give you mindset, professionalism, college success modules. The mindset one, I encourage you to look at these because they kind of help you to learn about your growth mindset. You know, like if you have ever thought to yourself, man, I'm not good at math or I don't like math. These videos here are really good in explaining how whenever we feel like we're not good at math, we can change that mindset to help us, you know, have a better experience with our math courses. The college success modules just gives you a bunch of other stuff here. For example, if you need stress management videos or workshops, they're all going to be right here. If you need financial literacy workshops, they're going to be here, or just college transitioning, and or maybe just videos on how to prepare for online learning. So all of this is available for you, and it's free. You just press on it. Professionalism tools. Maybe you're having an interview coming up, so you can click on that, get some sample interview questions, or maybe you're want to look for a job, or so all of these are available for you. The tools for success is also really nice. Here you'll find some calculator, like maybe how do I use my calculator? They have actual graphing calculator videos on how to, it teaches you how to use the calculator, graphing calculator tutorials. So in here you'll find a lot of things that will be helpful as well. And all of that is free, by the way. So let me go back here. So once you click on your homework, you're gonna wanna highlight some of these things. If you click on the little circle over here to the right, that's gonna be where you can get your accessibility resources like your screen readers and all that. If you click on question help, it's gonna open some of these options depending on your instructor. For example, some of them might take the view example out, or they might take all of them out. Or if you have a test, these might not be there. These are great tools, and if you ask my instructor, it's going to send a message to your instructor with the question that you're working on. On the left side, if you notice here where it says ARF.1.70, this is referring to the chapter of the textbook and the section and then the problem number, in case you want to refer back to the textbook. But I want to talk about the first two options here for the help me let me go back. Question help. I want to talk about these two buttons. So the help me solve this, I would say, in my opinion, is going to be the best tool to use because it's kind of like a tutorial as well. It walks you through each step and asks you questions, and then you fill it out. But notice here that when I clicked on help me solve this, it actually put an X on my question, meaning that it's wrong right now, right? Because if you notice, the numbers are exactly the same. And so what the system is going to do is going to walk you through that problem step by step. But once you finish it, it's going to actually give you a new problem that you can complete to get your point. Okay, so don't panic about seeing the X here. This is just telling you that once you close the help me solve this, it'll give you one for you to try on your own, and then it'll give you the score. Okay, this is the best one to also prepare for exams, for example, because you have to remember when you take an exam or a quiz, these options here are going to go away. Okay, they're not going to be there anymore. So you want to try not to use them as much either. Just be prepared. The view an example, it's a similar example to the one that you're working, except the numbers changed. And so some students like to use this and then they just, kind of go through it. I personally don't like this one as much for students, but it's there for some of our classes. Okay. If you click on a video in Pearson, some of the videos will allow you to caption in Spanish or in English. Some only do the English, but some of the videos will do both Spanish and English. So you can choose what captioning you like if you prefer to read it in Spanish, if you feel you need that, then it's available. In the ebook, if you notice all these arrows just means that there's videos for these sections. And so that's a nice way to not have to navigate through all the videos. You can just go directly to that section and see it there. Okay. So that was kind of a quick run through of both softwares. And so what we can do is answer questions right now. I know Ruben's been answering some of these questions in here. Is there any questions?
So the students are having trouble with the Google downloading either some of these questions. Most of the time, the quickest and what's happening is they just need to clear their browsing history or their cookies, or for the Mac users, their cache, and that will fix the problem. But I think you've addressed it too, Yvette, that if it persists, we encourage you to follow the links with the Cengage representatives. Again, Ms. Goodrich is awesome, and they'll clear everything that you may have as far as issues with your personal computers to help you get it on board as soon as possible.
Yes, and also during the semester, if you happen to run into some problems, each of the softwares, there's a place for you to get help. Let me go to the course here. I don't have it on this one, but at the top right by your name, you're going to see a little help menu or a little help symbol. And what that does is that it creates, it allows you to talk to somebody in the software. Let me go, I think I skipped it. So if you notice here, the help button is here. If you click on it, it's going to go ahead and let you talk to people there. Now, what I tell my students, usually the students will reach out to me as an instructor first and say, I can't log into, like today I had a student who said, it's not letting me register. So I usually try to fix the issue or try to help the student. But if I'm not able to, then what I do is I send the email to our representative for the company and encourage the student to open up a ticket with the help with the company. So either way, we will be able to, either your instructor will forward an email to the representative, or we'll send you a number that you can call to get help. Yes, the learning videos in Mymathlab you're gonna find them. When you say the learning videos, do you mean like for each section? I'm thinking that's what you're referring to. Okay, you can find them in any of the Mymathlab courses. You'll be able to find them in the multi-video library right here. You'll just go to your multimedia library and click on the section and the number. That's one way to get to them. Or number two, you can also click on the ebook, and then within the ebook, you'll see all the videos are this is the ebook here. So if you see this little green play button, that means that for this first play button, that's going to be a video for all of section 1.3. This one is going to give you a video just for this objective. And so you can go by objectives or you can go by the whole section. So the link for the, I send it, Ms. Gimbel, to your email. It should be in your email. Or thank you, Patricia. She just put it up there. Other questions on that? Okay, let me see. So yeah. So Mr. Huerta, you're on the using 1314, right? If you are, then you sign up for both classes, right? And on one of them, you want to sign up for your 1314 class, and that's where you're going to pay for your access code. And then the second class, you just sign up using a temporary access for the 0314. And then what's going to happen is the company, before your trial ends, is going to go into your account and give you the access for the second course. So you don't have to worry about buying that second access code. But you do have to purchase it for the 1314, and then the 314 will automatically be taken care of in the background by the Cengage people. So the course ID to register for Mymathlab is going to be provided to you by your instructor if they are using Mymathlab. So most of the instructors are using Mymathlab. You might have one maybe that's not using Mymathlab. They might be using like just Blackboard and have created all their information assignments in Blackboard. So it depends on your instructor, but if your syllabus says that you're using Mymathlab, then they will be providing you with a course ID. Yeah, if the courses are linked to Blackboard, you're not going to be given a course ID. Let me let me share my screen really quick so I can show you what I mean by linked in Blackboard. So this is my course, and so for my students, I don't give them an access code. So in the instructions here, I tell them that they have to click on Webassign registration. When they click on that, and when they click on this link here, then it automatically will tell them to create an account or to enter their username. And that's all they have to do. They don't have to get a class key from me or anything. It's just going to take them directly to Webassign and they'll be set up. And it works the same way for Mymathlab. Okay, other questions? I'm going to put, yeah, okay, any other questions? Now, can you download the ebook to the desktop? I'm not sure if you can. I've never tried it. I don't know if Ruben or Mr. Isasi know that answer.
I believe you can't. It only allow you to open it, but it won't let you actually download it.
And I think it allows you to print some pages at a time, though, right? Like you can print like 2 or 3 pages at a time.
Yes, just those. I think it's just 2 at a time.
Other questions? Now, for those of you taking 13, 14, Vic, you have a question? Vic?
Yes, ma'am. I do have a question. Regarding the MyMathLab, I just go through MyMathLab through Pearson, and then I can. I got here late. I was having trouble getting into the session, uh, so I just go to Pearson themselves and get it through MyMathLab.
Yeah, you can type. Let me put the link. You can go right here and click on that, and it takes you to Pearson, to MyMathLab. And once you're there, then you would just need to um, enter the information. And if you like, you can send me an email, and I'll send you the slides for um, the MyMathLab with the pictures and stuff.
Okay, ma'am. I'd like to do that.
And also, if you are taking 1314 and 1324, this semester we'll be having Fridays. I don't know if Miss Patricia wants to put the slide for that, but we're gonna have sessions on different topics for students who are taking 1314 and 1324, or you're enrolled in a NCBM 0314 or 324. We invite you to visit with us on Fridays, except for this Friday, but starting next week. These topics will be based on what you were covering that week. And so if you are available, we will be having those every Friday starting next week.
Okay, that'll be great, ma'am. Thank you. I'll be sure to email you my email address.
Yeah, and it's called Happy Math Hour on Fridays at 3 p.m. And your instructors will be getting this information from us, and so hopefully they'll share it with you all.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Other questions? Okay, well, we're gonna stick around here for I guess another like 5 to 6 minutes. If you have questions, feel free to stick around. If you don't have any questions, then I just want to thank you all for coming today, and you know, Ms. Guerrero.
Yes, hello. I want to ask you that video. I can see it and later. I can record it later to pause and to review to understand all what the steps I have to do with the to register and all this.
Yeah, the video for what's happening right now for this session, yeah, will be available. So as soon as the link is ready, we'll send it out
Ah,
to all of your teachers.
oh, okay, thank you.
If you
Yes.
don't hear
So
from your teacher in the next couple of days, then just send me an email, and I'll be happy to send you the link.
okay,
And I
because
would
you are
say,
my teacher. So you are my
oh,
teacher.
I'm
I
their
mean,
teacher.
you.
Okay,
Yes,
awesome.
yes,
Then
yes.
for sure, you will get the link from me for sure.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, because I have to to see it, to watch it so more slowly and all to understand what I have to do.
It's no problem. You'll get it from me as soon as it's available.
Thank you.
Is there any more questions at this time? Yes, it looks like Carmi has a question.
As well, I came late to the meeting due to trouble with the Wi-Fi, but my instructors didn't say anything about Webassign. Is that just to access books?
What class are you taking?
NCBM and 1320. I think it's
1324?
yes.
Okay, yeah. So the Webassign is for a different class. It's for 1314. So you would only be looking at the slides that start with Mymathlab. So it's
Oh,
for the Webassign is just for other students who are enrolled in 1314.
oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Is there any other questions? Okay, well, I would like to invite you guys to download our online assistance PDF. Let me go ahead and share that with you guys. It is right here. And the great thing about this PDF is there's a link in the chat. You can click it and download it to your computer. Once you have it, you can go anywhere on that PDF and click those links to connect. It has, there are tutors available 7 days a week, and this OLA guide has all of the live links. It has links to online tutoring services, testing services, and more. Also, if you look, there's the Online Tutoring Center, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to midnight with friendly, trained tutors to welcome and help you. Come on in, bring on your own or bring a friend or friends, and we can help you together. I'll get that link out. And then I also need to share with you, don't go anywhere, I got to share with you the online passports. So give me just a moment. All right, so there's the online tutoring link. You might want to save that to your computer too, just so you know you can come see us 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to midnight. Okay, so Tohono passports. Let me go ahead and pop that flyer up real quick. Here we are. So we would like to invite you to participate in Tohono passports. Join us here at Tohono virtual events each week, and we will give you a code at the end of the session that you can use towards your own free medallion. If you're already participating, here's today's code. Let me go ahead and copy that for you. And I'll also put that in the chat for you. Give me just a moment. Copy. All right. So now that is pasted in the chat for you. If you're already participating, code's in the chat. If not, it's not too late to join. This code will still be good later when you sign up, and it'll be valid until midnight tonight. For more information or steps to sign up, you can go to this link, copy and paste. And so that's for more information on the Tohono passports. Also, I would like to share with you how to get to the Blackboard recordings for Tohono virtual events. So if I could just share my application screen really quick. Share. No. Oh no, my computer froze.
Students, I think Patricia's having technical problems, but we are still here. If you have any questions, the math faculty are still in the room. We are glad that you joined us today. She's back. Patricia's back.
I'm so sorry about that technical
No
difficulty.
worries.
So I would like to invite who's left here to join us for next week's session. And this will be the flyer for next week. And we'll be presenting on mental health and nutrition. And it's going to be very important for us to learn about the role of food, nutrients, gut microbes, and its involvement in mental health. We hope that you have a wonderful spring semester and know that online tutoring is going to be open and here for you. Thank you so much to Ms. Chuka, Mr. Rosasi, and Mr. Carrizales for presenting today. And thank you for the audience for coming and being a wonderful audience. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Patricia. Where did you say the recordings would be, Patricia? It's in Blackboard and it's in the organization page?
Yes, ma'am. Those will be the ones that are from the fall semester.
Yes.
They'll be on the Blackboard institution page. So
Institution
if I
page.
go
That's
here,
right. There you go.
This is the institution page. If you go to Blackboard, you click on the top, it'll load for you. And then about the middle of the page, there it is, the Tahano Virtual Events recordings. You can click on any of these links right here. It'll open it up in your browser. There's nothing to download, and you can watch it from right there. Anyone have any last minute questions?